Which is the most aggressive snake in the world? Which is the most dangerous snake, the deadliest, the most evil snake on our planet? Most people answer without hesitation, the Black Mamba. In this film we are in South Africa to show you this legendary species of snake up close and personal, and to see firsthand if it is true what stories want you to believe about the Black Mamba. Okay, so here we just got one of the most legendary snakes on the planet. You can see my face, I'm like in awe, it's like respect. So he's called the Black Mamba. It's a legendary Black Mamba, and this is a huge one. So I reckon it's about 2.5 meters probably. And he's just looking straight at me. You can see that right there, inside this thorn bush. As I'm trying to show you the snake, I have to be so careful here. One wrong move and the snake could go ballistic. The legendary Black Mamba. Woohoo! And this right here would be considered the most dangerous snake in the world. First of all, because of its venom. So the venom of that snake is highly toxic. It's called a neurotoxin. I'm going to bring it out here now. Look at the size of this one. I'm like about 1.91 meters. Look at the size of the snake, the Black Mamba. Now, as I said, the venom is a neurotoxic venom. There you go, you alright? It's settling down right now nicely, you can see that. Alright, here it comes. So now, the venom is neurotoxic venom, which means it will affect your nervous system. But they also have cytotoxic components as well as hemotoxic components in their venom. Now, when this snake would bite me, the effects of it would basically be I was just feeling numb, I would start to feel dizzy, and after a while I would just pass out because of respiratory failure. So I'll have difficulties breathing. Now, that is like one of the factors why this snake is one of the deadliest in the world, or would be considered one of the most dangerous. But also because unlike cobras or the puffadder, this one can actually stand up and deliver a bite in the chest area, which is absolutely horrible because you cannot get a pressure bandage around it. So the venom will be absorbed rapidly, even more than when it bites you in the leg or the arm, and you can actually die within about like 20 minutes in the worst case scenario. Usually I'd say you have about like 2 to 4 hours, sometimes even longer, sometimes shorter, of course, depending on how much venom they inject, where they inject it, and how you react to the venom. So some people, they are allergic to the venom, and then they can fall in something we call anaphylactic shock. And then it will actually start to die in just a couple of minutes because of that reaction. Can you hear that? It's basically inflating its throat, going like... There you go. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now it's onto my camera, man. You see that? They respond to movement. They don't have like the best eyesight. And just like cobras, they respond to movement. And as long as we don't move, the snake is actually calming down just with us. Because when you move a lot, it thinks like we are a predator trying to catch or kill a snake, and that's where it's going to defend itself. Now, even though they have a super toxic venom that can bite in the chest area, and actually they don't really hesitate to bite, but still, they give us a couple of warning signs. Now, what I want to show you is like the behavior of the snake. You can see, we're just standing a meter away from the snake. There's no fence between me and the snake, the cameraman, the director. There's no fence, there's no glass, there's no boundary, and yet we're still alive. Why? Because we're not squeezing the snake, we're not hurting the snake. I'm not trying to catch or kill. And when I do catch it, I do it very gently. I do it professionally, so the snake does not feel threatened. And I don't want to hurt the snake, obviously. So you see, it's just sitting there in this position, and it's very aware of what's going on around it. But it's still relaxed, doesn't come out to attack us. That's a great display of how they actually behave. And also they give you warning signs, like first of all, they would try to move away from us. Second of all, they give us this black inky mouth. That's where it's got its name from. They call it the Black Mamba, not because of the color. You see the color is like gray to brown. But actually, the inside of the mouth is pitch black. And then, the word Mamba is actually a Swahili name, and it translates to crocodile. Alright, so I'm just trying to show you the snake's behavior. can see this now. Listen. It's highly alert. Do you see that? It's basically inflating its throat, making like a hissing sound. I'm trying to put it nicely right where you're standing right now, into the ground area there. You're right, buddy. Come on here. Trying to come from this side. And I also can show you the colors. So you can see this color right here, if you look around us, it's the same color as all the trees here. Look at this tree right here. It's almost the same color as the color of the Black Mamba. And now I will show you the belly, because the belly of this snake is actually light blue, which is perfect for camouflaging, because this snake is not only found on ground, but also especially in trees. So it's both a terrestrial species as well as an arboreal species. So trying to come here nicely. It's awkward now. Come on. There you go, that's a good snake. And you see, it's trying to get away from me. It's not coming towards me. Look at the color. Look at the color of the belly. Woo-hoo-hoo! And that's a big mamba here. Absolutely huge.
My name is Lars, aka LB, and I have a very important message to all of my viewers. I am a reptile expert, venomous snake handler, and I'm a trained professional. Still, I'm far from being safe. When dealing with wild animals, anything can happen at any time. I urge all of my viewers to never try to approach or handle any potentially dangerous wildlife. Please don't copy or reenact anything you see here on LB Wildlife.
Now it's trying to get away from here. Pull it back there nicely. Come on, buddy. Okay, I just let it go because it's too powerful. They don't want to hurt it. As you can see, it's just trying to get away from me. It's not even showing any defensive behavior anymore. It's just trying to get away. But I don't want to get it away, so we can see it here nicely. Look at that. Today's a very cold day, so it was probably just out here basking. So now, as you saw, the light blue color of the belly is perfect when it comes to camouflaging up in trees. So if you look up in the sky, basically it has the exact same color, so it's very hard to detect this species. Like all reptiles, they're everywhere here. There's the puff adder is here, could be right there, and I wouldn't even know it, because these snakes are excellent when it comes to camouflage. So now it's settling down nicely, see? So I can just sit here, have like a breakfast or something, you know? Absolutely, it's like a shame what people believe about this snake, that it's like basically chasing people, that it's falling down from trees to bite us on the head. Some people even believe in Africa they form a circle and roll down a hill. This is why they give you the advice, never walk down a hill, but only upwards. So these are all just stories and myths. The snake, as you can see, there's no border between me and it. There's no fence, there's no glass. I'm basically face to face and eye to eye with the legendary Black Mamba. And it's absolutely unfazed by it. Why? Because I'm not posing a threat to it. Snakes, they don't want to waste their venom on things they don't eat. They're not going to waste their venom on me. Why? You know? So as long as I'm not trying to put like hot boiling water on it, or I'm trying to chop off its head, or squeeze it and shake it around, it will not bite me. In fact, any snake in the world, it takes quite an effort to actually get bitten by it. And the Black Mamba is no exception. The difference between this snake and other snakes, that is actually, it will bite. If you piss it off too much and it gives you warning signs and it cannot get out of your way, and you do corner or confront it, they can give you quite a nasty bite. And they're also known to actually strike multiple times. Alright, so just one drop of venom from the snake can kill 2 to 4 fully grown adult humans, and they have lots of venom. And they don't give you something like a dry bite. When they bite, it's absolutely like a it's very bad. You can't describe it in any other way. So they don't give you a dry bite. They don't give you a couple mock strikes. After you don't leave them alone, you corner them, they will bite, and they will bite hard. And even though there's anti-venom here in Africa all over the place, the mortality rate of this snake is still 75%. So if you get bitten, you only have about a 25% chance of surviving, because the venom is just killing people so quick, and actually quicker than they can get medical attention in hospitals, which is absolutely crazy. But as I said, the only people that will ever get bitten are those who try to catch or kill. If you leave snakes alone, they will leave you alone. Right, so I'm just trying to get it back into frame here. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo, the Black Mamba. Now, a lot of snakes in this region actually look just like the Black Mamba. Oh, you're right there. They look just like the Black Mamba. And actually they have like the same coloration.
Let's find it.
Like this olive brown coloration. You see this here. Interesting also, if you look at the color, it changes its color through its body. So you can see here, it's much darker than in the front. And the way you basically identify the snake from any other here is by looking at the head. So I'm going to show you the head here. Look at this. The head is like what we call coffin shaped. It's a coffin shaped head, long head and medium sized eyes. And it also has the smiley mouth. You can see that. It's like smiling for the camera right there. You see that? A smiley mouth, medium sized eyes, a coffin shaped head, and really small head if you look at it. Not even that small, but quite small for the rest of its body. Absolutely beautiful specimen. And you can see how it's just smelling right now. It's looking around what's going on. It's trying to figure out if that situation is a dangerous one or not. And they actually have a smell that is 10,000 times stronger than our sense of smell. And their tail here is just perfect for wrapping around trees and preventing it from falling. Look at this, absolutely perfect. And the tongue itself is not actually smelling. How they smell is they put this tongue up against their upper jaw, and there's like something that we call Jacobson's organ, and that is basically responsible for smelling. And the reason they have a forked tongue is so they can actually sense from which direction the smell is coming from. So, get out of my ice flies. This right here is one of the deadliest snakes in the world, but as I said, if you leave them alone, they will leave you alone. There's no such thing as a snake that is bloodthirsty, that's trying to bite us or kill us. Look at this, I can almost handle it like a coin snake now, because it's settled down now. I don't squeeze it, I don't hurt it. But if you see a snake like this in the wild, always make sure to make a big way around it. I'm just trying to get you more respect for these animals and less fear. The way I can handle the snake, the way I'm sitting here, is because I've been professionally trained and I got professionals right there behind the camera that make sure that everything is going well. But if you see a snake like this, don't try to catch it, don't try to kill it, don't try to be a hero. Just leave them alone and you will never have a problem. You can walk through Kruger National Park, no problem at all. There's snakes everywhere, right here as well too, and we actually have to look for days to just see one. Because they camouflage so well and they have such a secretive life. They don't want to bite us. So, beautiful demonstration here. Now, I'm just gonna put it back there in those grasses. So, to demonstrate the snake here one more time for you. I'm gonna be very gentle with it, as you can see. Beautiful snake, look at this. I can touch it here nicely. You hear that? That's like an inflating of a throat. Beautiful snake. Look at the size of it here. Woo-hoo-hoo! The legendary Black Mamba. Look how it's wrapping around my wrist. It's not trying to hold me. It's basically just trying to stay on here and doesn't want to fall. Haha! What a magnificent snake. The Black Mamba, face to face, eye to eye, and I survived because they're not a monster. People say this snake is the epitome of all evil creatures. They say it is the most aggressive snake in the world and that this snake chases people to bite and kill them. If that would be true, everybody in Africa would be dead by now. As long as you leave the snake alone and don't try to catch, kill, corner or hurt it, you will always be safe. Leave snakes alone and they will always leave you alone. Please, don't kill our beautiful snakes.